everyone, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Robloxers and Roblox sets. Welcome to the Creator Show. I'm your host, Jay Party, here with a pretty special guest today. Goes by the username Locard. I know him as Austin, and he is an accelerator here for the last couple months, so we're going to show off some of his work and some of his past work. Hello, Locard. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, Justin. How about you?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to have your show. Thanks for asking. No one ever asks back, you know? They always answer the question and then trail into their next mindset.
I'm more nicer than the other people.
Yeah, the kindest guy on the show yet, so thanks for being here. Anyway, so as I mentioned, Locard is an accelerator here. He's been working at Roblox for the last couple months, but he's been on Roblox for a lot longer than that. When did you first join Roblox?
I first joined Roblox in 2010, but I've heard of Roblox since 2008.
All right. Sweet. So what were you doing back between 2008 and 2010?
I was forgetting to make an account the entire time. So
did you make lots of new accounts constantly?
From 2010 onward, yeah.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. Oh, so you were just a guest all this time for many years.
Yeah.
Wow, you were just one of the mystery guests.
Yeah.
Who would have thought you would come so far back then, right?
Right.
Awesome. So in 2010, you finally logged into Roblox with an account for the first time. Very exciting. What were you doing with that? Just to play games, to make games?
At first I was starting to play games, and then I decided, hey, let's do some military stuff. So I decided to get into some war groups.
Some war groups, all right. So how old were you back then? What was 2010? That was a while ago, huh?
Yeah, that was 6 years ago.
All right, man. So you're making some war groups, playing some games then. So what was the first time you actually started making a game? When was the first time you worked on that part?
That was back in, I want to say, for making a game, 2015.
2015 was your first game?
Yeah.
So what were you doing back in these other years? Did you actually practice building, kind of any kind of test places?
I was mainly practicing building and scripting for war groups.
All right, into the war groups.
Yes.
So this was mostly to play games with the war groups, or you were building for the war groups, like make maps, or what were you doing for the most part?
I was basically doing everything for war groups.
Doing everything. You were into the war groups.
Yeah.
All right, that's awesome. Well, you know, what's always fun is when we go back in history and look at some of the first projects you created. So without any further ado, Locard, let's jump into our first little project out here. And I'm guessing this had something to do with one of the war groups.
Yeah, so this was actually one of my very first war groups that I joined. It was called Rose Squadron.
Okay.
And I was in there for actually quite a long time compared to the other groups. Like this was probably from 2010, like late 2010 to probably 2012, 2013.
All right.
So I actually built everything here.
Okay.
Except maybe some things that were scripted because I was a noob back then.
Absolutely.
I didn't know how to script.
Of course.
But as you can see, you got these classical welding surfaces that made everything look cool back then.
Very cool, very metallic.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Many flags. This is very warlike. I like your intro location here.
There's actually a lot of stuff in this fort that a lot of people don't really know about because I never showed them.
Right.
So I guess the first thing that I want to show is the missile silo that I have in the back.
Hidden.
So
yes, there they are.
Just a bunch of missiles back there that I didn't build or script.
Nope.
At all because I didn't know
models. Hey, that's how it all begins, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So the greats start somewhere.
And they actually work, too. So you click it, and
maybe you're too far.
Maybe
that one broke. Free models, right?
Oh, I was selecting...
yeah, you're trying to shoot something at it.
There we go.
Hey, missiles.
Boom.
Oh, and explosion effects and everything. Wow, that is a big bomb.
Very
dangerous to launch right there.
It does absolutely nothing, though, in terms of, like,
it might reduce your frame rate, maybe. You know,
maybe.
It's a tactical weapon of frame rate reduction.
Exactly. It's the lag switch back then.
Right. So this is a hilarious set of inventory as well. I see you have here. Are these all just a collection of all the free models you could grab and just like throw them in a map and be like, you're gonna need all these?
This was more like all the gear that I've purchased because I forgot to turn off gears for this place.
Oh, I see. That's what it is. So it's all the gear.
Yeah, everyone can just use their gears at this place and do absolutely just wreck everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
And how long ago? You said you made this early on in your career, kind of. So what year did you make this map, or when you started it?
I believe 2010, actually.
Oh wow! So this is old stuff.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I may have been a guest, but I've learned how to use
Yes.
Studio.
Defense controls. Is this like all kinds of hidden just stuff in here?
Yeah.
And so the point of like the war groups, almost like the war games, was then to like fight and kind of like battle in these arenas?
Right.
And that was mostly with other groups, or did you fight within your group as the training?
This was, this actually a little bit of both.
Okay.
We had mock battles between different teams in our group.
Uh-huh.
And we also had like raids and whatnot. So
Okay.
that was pretty interesting.
Very cool. Oh, I see Inception Time has actually found his way in here.
I'm-
There he is. Destroy him.
There he is. Oh, here we got a emergency defenses.
Oh, emergency defense.
Emergency defenses.
Gates are closing.
The gates, the entire courtyard closes.
Oh, it does. Wow, we can literally trap Inception Time here. Let's hope he's
Yeah.
not purchased any gear. Oh, he exploded.
Yeah,
What was that?
It's an electric gate. An electric gate.
Yes, starting the show off right with the quick obliteration of Inception Time. We hope he learned a lesson.
The only thing that I think you can actually get into this fort now is if you were to go on the outside of the wall and start stacking on top of one another.
That's a good strategy. I'm sure that's how they've done that in the past.
Yeah, in the past that was a really strategic offense to just stack on top of each other and get over the wall, and then
so that's the electric fence was made.
yeah. So I think the electric fence was just made for this courtyard right here. And then you can actually, if you do manage to get into this like little bay on top of the, oh wow, everyone's starting to join now.
Yeah, now they know. They're gonna follow Inception Time.
Yeah. Oh, probably. So if you were to go down here, I was really like into like secret passages and making everything like linked together.
You know, that's a good strategy in war, I think.
Oh yeah.
I get amazed that only you understand.
I think this was a admin-only door or something like that.
Oh, nice. Secret doors, very good.
Yeah, then you can go up here. The gate right here
Flooded
is
slightly.
Underneath.
Okay.
And then you can go around here and up here, and boom, here we are.
Now we're on the walls.
We're on the walls.
So now we can see all the noobs who have just joined and are now trying to break through the walls.
Yeah. Oh,
Inception Time. Well, it seems Santa Claus has arrived.
Gotta destroy him. He's invading the fort. Oh no, he's got his banhammer.
Oh my gosh.
Oh geez, what's this? It's a sword.
It's a sword. Hopefully it has a purpose. Oh, someone's got the egg beater from the egg event. Oh, you're egg beatered. Oh, that is hilarious. This is awesome.
Beaten by an egg beater.
You know, sometimes the best game is the game you make on your own, you know?
Yeah.
You don't need to tell people what to do. They'll figure it out.
Right,
Just give them a big fortress to climb on and they'll blow each other up.
Of course.
Awesome.
So now I'm stuck outside.
Okay.
And I guess I gotta help with these guys. We gotta stack. We got to stack.
See if we can organize the masses into the stack army. Oh, that guy's got his hoverboard. He doesn't care. What? Secrets?
What? He actually went in?
Wow.
Oh my god.
His hoverboard of doom, it seems. He can break through walls.
Interesting.
All right, we made it inside. Actually, Austin, so it might be time we can move on to the next project.
Right,
although
right.
I actually honestly think we could hang out in here the whole show and have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With everyone on board here. But so that was how it all began here. Austin, with using the free model building. All right, so let's talk about this next place a little bit. This is where you kind of jump back onto the other side of things, and this is you working on more of just a kind of a UI mostly. Tell me about this project.
All right, so this was when I actually wanted to create a group for my own.
Okay.
And this is, in terms of technology, this was probably the most successful.
Okay.
This was my group called Syndicor.
Okay, Syndicor. I like that name. That's cool.
This was actually when universes were just starting out. When the games were actually like just like you can link places and not just worry about. And I'm turned around. Okay. All right. Anyways,
cool.
So I wanted to combine a war group with a game and a background and a lore. I wanted to create that ultimate sanctuary of where everything in my group can just happen based on the lore of the game.
Sweet.
And it was just an absolutely amazing project that I worked on and quit.
Okay.
So,
you know, this is how we learn our lessons. Yeah, I see a lot here already. I see a backstory for the human race, a plethora of skills there outlined with their strengths and weaknesses.
There's just a lot of stuff you can do for your creative character. Let's see if I can pop back around just by switching. Oh, there we go. All right. So there's different races.
Cool.
There's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different.
We have to read all of these names, by the way, because they're awesome.
Right.
So
okay. So we got the humans.
Okay.
Kind of boring, but okay.
Humans. You gotta have them. People love humans, right?
Right. The Garogs, or the Garog, something like that.
Yeah, I'll accept the native pronunciation.
So this is
originally humans.
Or they were original. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm jumping ahead in your lore.
It's all right. It's all right. It's very interesting lore.
Okay.
Basically, they're humans, but they ended up like battle torn and whatnot. so they had like no functionality of their limbs and whatnot. So they decided to go with robot arms and legs and limbs and whatnot.
Okay.
But eventually they ended up like with brain damage. So
Okay.
they started to create technology to embed them into their brain.
Ah.
But the thing was, everyone who did that started to want to just turn themselves into robots.
Yes.
So they're originally humans, but and they're powered by a human brain, but they're full-fledged android
at this
robots.
point. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a cool looking face.
Yeah, just a bunch of hats that I said, hey, this looks cool.
Let's
And
get
like a
that in the
robot.
ring. Absolutely.
Because why not?
All right.
All right, the Cesaros. They are an alien race
Okay.
where you have they have a light body weight and a very light frame work, so that they have amazing acrobatic abilities.
All right. The
And,
agile race.
So they could, yeah, they're just the agile race.
Very menacing helmet. You got kind of a helmet like a Sauron Viking demon
Yeah.
thing going on. You don't expect that with but they're fragile and they jump quickly.
I think I wrote in the lore
Uh-huh.
that back then, when they didn't have weapons, they used their horns. They used their agility to run at their enemies and
That is
just,
awesome.
you know,
that is super awesome.
use their.
You're asking what is this game called?
It's called Syndicor Universe.
But it's actually, so we have to give a quick disclaimer to the folks watching at home. It does pretty much end at the UI, or does there actually
It
playable
ends
levels?
at the UI.
So it is actually just a tech demo more for this awesome UI, and where Locard went and wrote an entire backstory. So you must still have like paperwork, like almost a novel of this whole backstory of all these races, right?
Yeah, I have a document that has around 15,000 words
Okay.
just for the lore.
Just the lore of
Just
this game.
the lore.
So do you have hopes to come back and kind of like flesh this out? I mean, this is such a testament already to just the UI and the build. Like you just need the game. You know, that's the hard part, I guess.
I think I'm gonna be introducing the lore from this game into the
Into your current game.
into either the current game or maybe a future game.
Oh man, a lot of
So-
projects on the horizon.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't plan on having this go to waste.
Okay, sweet. Well, let's
So-
keep moving. I want to hear the last races here.
All right. So the next race is the Astions. They very very freaky helmet.
Yeah, they're a little goblin-y, a little space goblin.
Yeah. And so what this race does is they have their skin. They have scales that bend light around them, so they can turn it completely transparent.
Thus their poor stats I'm noticing in the bottom right here.
They're like the assassins
Okay.
of all the groups, and I think I wrote in the lore that they were the assassins, of
yeah.
of all the groups.
You get what you're sold. If the card you're dealt is invisibility, you probably want to be an assassin. Or a
Pretty
spy.
much.
All right, very cool.
All right, and last race is the Okave.
Man, you got some great names.
Thanks. It's one of my, I guess, pros for when I was in groups.
Yeah.
These are like the old beings of the home planet. They're the original race for that, I guess, planet, and they're very wise. They're very smart, and they're also very well built.
Okay.
So that's why their aura or
Which is
their
their health.
is
The highest.
incredible
Uh-huh.
compared to everything else.
Cool.
So they're like the tanks,
All right.
the smart, very very smart tanks.
All right.
So yeah, and then you can actually change the skin colors.
Oh wow, you got tons.
Yeah,
Nice.
the Okave does have a bunch of skin colors, but if
Oh, and is that unique for each one?
yeah, see if I were to switch to Astion, it's just different shades of blue.
Oh man, look at that. That's awesome. Wow, what a complex character creator.
And then the
Oh, you got your green, of course.
You got
the kind
green,
yes,
of course.
absolutely.
So and then the humans have human skin color, of course.
Standard stuff.
And the Gerogs have human skin color plus white and
So,
metallic colors.
all right, the metal and the fleshed out.
Right.
So what is helmet intensity? Is that just like a fade actually?
Yeah, it's just a fade
Oh, okay.
for the helmet. It was nothing that I really wanted to implement in the future or now, but it looked cool, so I was like, hey, why not?
Yeah.
So I guess we just pick 52,
Sure.
or how about 42? The answer to life, universe, and everything.
We figured it out.
So you can actually choose your roleplay name. This will appear under your current name.
Oh, it will work. Cool.
So because I own the group and everything, I'm just gonna call myself Emperor.
And what is this dissonant status?
Dissonants are a
Dissonant
combined race.
Okay.
So it's like basically they have the genes of another 2 or even 3
Okay.
races.
Very
So
cool.
if I were to try for it, it's a very, very rare chance. I think the highest dissonant status, which is the omega dissonant, you can actually have like your standard race's ability,
Sure.
and then you would have I think 3 others,
Oh wow.
which is very
So how do you know if you got
overpowered.
the status? You just click it and then you click continue and see what happens.
Like you click continue, and I guess we'll get to that later. But now you get to choose your specialty, which is you can upgrade your
Look at that.
different perks
Uh huh.
and whatnot. And each perk does separate things. Like Colossus is your just upgrades your resilience
And
and your
health.
aura. Marksman does training. Triathlon does strength. Orbitar does agility and strength. You get the point.
Right. Absolutely.
It's just a bunch of cool stuff. And,
Yeah.
and obviously, Colossus was that one where everyone would probably choose because it has the biggest stats.
It has the most blue.
Has the
I
most blue.
feel like it's the most beneficial.
So we'll click that.
Absolutely.
And then you get to choose your personality. You'll
Oh
be
wow.
you'll be able to display what kind of a person you are. So when someone looks at you and be like, "Hey,
What's that guy do?
you're a sniper. You go over there," or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. You know.
Is there just like not a team player as a personality? You just don't work well with others. Oh, but there's teamwork.
There's teamworker,
You can just be
you know.
a team. Okay.
Yeah.
Be a
And
team player.
we're gonna choose lazy.
Okay,
We're gonna
good.
choose lazy.
I have my status there. Perfect.
Because I'm the emperor. I sit in my throne. I do nothing.
Absolutely.
I let everyone do it stuff
Does this person
for
wear
me.
a snuggie?
Does this affect your character's outfit? Lazy should come with a snuggie. I like that idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah. So I'm gonna click continue, and now it's gonna check to see if you're in the group or not. And if you are, it's gonna put your uniform on.
Oh,
And I actually made this uniform.
okay. Very cool.
And I actually got a little help from my friend Brad,
Uh
who was actually the second in command of my group.
huh. Okay.
And what I do like, I do have to give a shout out to him because he was very supportive of my thoughts and ideas for the group, and it was he really helped me with the lore and whatnot.
Okay.
So shout out.
With-
So yeah,
With help from the following developers, none, huh?
yeah, I made this all by myself.
Put in the thank you. Oh, that's awesome. What a cool screen. All right.
And you get to enter the universe, and you'll get to see where a bunch of different UIs are at.
Oh, we still have more. It's funny, is I have no idea the level of where the game stops. We keep seeing more here.
This is where you would pick if you were going to like raid a group
Okay.
and whatnot, and this is like if you wanted to like explore the universe
Okay.
of Syndicor,
Right.
and that's
And
that's where it
denied.
stops right
There
there.
we are. All right.
But
Very cool.
this menu is really really interesting because you have let's see, you have your help, which was just FAQ
Absolutely.
and whatnot. You got your stats.
Oh, very cool.
You have your updates, which I didn't write any.
Which
because-
never came out.
Yeah, why not? And then premium was going to be that, buy this premium and you get to like get all this stuff for
Nice.
like before everyone else. 'Cause,
I like that you
know,
left. Is that a purchasable item? Can I buy premium nothing?
You can't buy it.
It's
right
not
now.
even there. Oh, okay, good. I was hoping you left the item enabled, just in case someone wanted to make a donation.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea. All right,
Cool.
So the armory store.
Oh, wow.
Every-
Oh, but we did all this. Wow, look at that. That's cool.
Everything turns red and it displays the gun in a 360 motion.
Very aware we're in an armory.
And you can try purchasing it, but as you can see, I don't have enough. So if I try purchasing
Nova.
it,
Ah, very cool.
Nova is the currency.
Okay.
By the way.
Is that an acronym for something?
Nah.
Yeah, okay, just
Nah.
Nova. Yeah.
So it actually displays the damage, rate of fire, range,
Mhm.
and accuracy for each of the weapons.
And you designed all these weapons.
Yeah, I
Nice.
built all these weapons from scratch, and
Okay.
this was when CSG first started. So some
Mhm.
of the guns might look.
Actually, they look pretty good, actually.
Wait until he flips over. See that part right there?
Oh, yeah, there's some funkiness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's some funny levels. Ah, but it looks really good, though, still. Especially at
Yeah.
the beginning of CSG. That's impressive.
And if you do buy this gun, you actually have to buy ammo for it. You start off with a bunch of ammo though,
Okay.
and ammo is actually pretty cheap. But you start off with this weapon,
Okay.
and because it's a starter weapon, you have unlimited magazines.
There you go.
So you'll always be able to shoot something.
Cool.
And then you can switch to secondary weapons, and this is the only secondary weapon
That's
that I
as
got.
far as you got.
I was kind
That's 15.
of going for that World War II
Uh-huh.
kind of a weapon. What was it
Okay.
called? The Mauser or something?
A World War II weapon. I don't know,
It's-
like a
it's a-
Thompson, kind of like an SMG?
It's
Or
a pistol. It's a pistol, but the magazine was like
I'm
a
thinking like a Luger or something, but the magazine on the front. I'm not sure what that
Yeah.
is. Oh, yeah, maybe. I think Indiana Jones had one once in a movie.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is where you can edit your loadout, which is the weapons that you have.
Very cool.
All the sights are for free, so you can switch
look at
between ACOG, telescopic, hollow, fiber, which is just the iron sight but with the green dots.
Mm-hmm.
Field of view, which has like the biggest view, like you can see like everywhere when you look down it, and then iron sight.
Very cool.
And you can do the same thing for your secondary.
And these guns were functional? You could in-game control them and the stats were real?
You can't control them.
Mostly
yet.
they were just...
They were just there for
the
like,
gun
hey,
design.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can purchase laser attachments if you want. And yeah.
And there you go. There's
There you
lasers.
go.
Wow, look at that. Already applied.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool.
And everything else is just blank. So if I were to go leaderboard,
Coming
daily,
soon.
weekly challenges, my
Can you shoot some of
battalion.
these space bugs in here?
Yeah, this is
Oh,
funny. We're hearing from
yeah.
Rex, our producer. This hilarious decision with these little black dots. This is interesting UI design in the background here.
I just didn't want people to look at a white and black faded
Sure.
screen.
I think
entire
it's a great
time,
effect.
'cause,
It
you know.
brings actually adds a lot to the feeling, which is hilarious for just such a simple effect.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right, here. Well, maybe we should jump into the next project here.
All right. So let's see here.
Sweet. So as we move on here, so now what is this next project? Tell us a little bit about it.
All right. This next project is it's an RPG that I plan on making in the future.
Okay.
This RPG is like I don't want to get too into it because I want it to be I wanted it to be a secret.
A
you
secret.
know?
Okay. All
But-
right. Well, you don't have to tell me too much here.
But I'll tell you the starting place.
Okay.
So I started building this this year actually,
Mhm.
around January, and I guess I'll just give you a tour of it now.
Sure.
This is going to be the shop.
Cool.
As you can see, it's business is booming
Yes, absolutely. With the dummy.
with the dummy. Yes.
Oh, we've got our first followers. Oh, K-Man
it's
song is here.
K-Man,
Oh,
hey.
this might be friends only, it looks like.
Oh,
no, everyone can join.
we got people joining.
Perfect. Oh, actually, no, this is a huge world. We're going to have a ton of people in here in a little bit. Can
Oh,
you
yeah.
fall in there? Is there no floor there?
Nope.
Oh, okay. You're good.
Nope.
Safe. Very good.
All right. We'll go into here first. So this is just an alleyway of like going to the next room,
Mhm.
and people said that I excelled a lot with particles, and as you can see, these are all particles right here,
Okay.
and they kind of form like a wing shape.
Uh-huh.
And you know the standard quote by Sovereign Azeroth, which is like the overworld ruler.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Very good doors.
Thank you. you can
Notice the advanced material.
yes. So this is the training area.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
This is going to be like a place where you can battle different enemies and whatnot. And you know that's about it.
Okay.
You just fight enemies and whatnot, and it'll just spawn a bunch of enemies in here. No matter what, you can just
Okay.
like
Come in
walk
here and
in
train.
and just start fighting them. you know?
Right.
They'll have
Oh,
this.
someone fell.
Yeah.
In the lava.
They don't die. They
Oh,
don't
good.
die.
You're just trapped there forever. Maybe
Yeah.
your worst fate. Eternal death.
Yeah.
Damnation.
pretty much.
Into the lava of the combat arena.
If you try hard enough, you can actually climb this part up.
Ah, well,
and
there you
get up
go.
there.
Whoever fell down there and is out there watching, good luck on your climb. We hear you can make it out.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Keep
Yeah.
climbing. Oh, this is a huge world. So you said, I think we can fit 50 people in here, right?
Yeah, this
So
place can place can have.
So maybe
50
the shop
people.
is going to be happening. That dummy's going to have a lot to sell.
Business is booming.
Yes, exactly. Cool.
So now to get on to what this RPG is going to be all about.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, as you can see, everything is very, very in the future and looking pretty awesome, I guess.
Uh-huh.
You can definitely guess that you're in the future.
Yes,
in
I
a
feel
future
future.
All right. Now, what if I told you there was a gate
Okay.
that took you back in time
All right.
into a different world?
I'm on board.
And
Is this that gate?
This is that gate.
Oh my god.
This is actually what this facility. Oh, it's my friend.
Master of the Elements. Is that a player?
Yeah.
He's just hanging out. He knows.
He's just hanging out. I'm stuck.
Oh, we jumped through Master of the Elements.
Yes.
This door might get clogged soon here.
We can actually walk through it right now.
Let's do it.
And once we walk through, we're in the past.
Oh.
You can see with a bunch of torches
Okay,
and fire.
we have on the past. And this is like
and
a
whatnot.
similar arena we were just in, but in the past now? Or?
Yeah. It's actually in a parallel world.
Okay.
So as you can see, the structure of like the map is much different than what you saw on the futuristic side.
Yes.
Because even though it's a parallel world, things can happen differently in that parallel world. And oh geez, how hard is it going to be to climb
this?
this?
Is going to be fun.
All right.
We made it. Now it's a little bit of an obstacle course. We made a new obby.
Pretty much. So, I think up here, is a, you can kind of see that even though we're in the past, all right, even though we're like in this castle-like setting, there's still a bunch of futuristic stuff right here.
Right.
You know?
I see that. A little
Now,
crossover.
So, because of that gates, people from the future brought equipment from the past. And the setting of this game is that the past, or this area, has an enemy that is trying to attack them.
Okay.
You can kind of consider every generic RPG ever to like
Right.
you know just like have an enemy and
An omnipotent evil being threatens
Yes.
the world.
and these strange adventurers go out and
we'll
battle
stop
the evildoers.
Awesome.
And
So this is the bank here in the IC.
this is the bank slash
maybe mess hall?
cafeteria.
So that is
And
the-
that's
okay,
mess hall.
yeah.
Yeah. I went into detail with the mess hall too.
You
Actually,
did. I look at little forks and trays.
forks, trays,
Futuristic straw.
that one green slime stuff that every cafeteria serves at. You
Something
know,
just on fire. Who knows?
something on fire. You know, just chili peppers,
Of
of course. And there's even a
Oh
kitchen.
wow, you went into great detail in here.
Yeah, and actually
Cool
these
future drinks?
future drinks. Yeah.
Or maybe just Jello?
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Oh no. Oh no. All right.
And
So.
now we live our lives in the kitchen.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
I'm free.
Teleporting through the floor.
All right, just dodge and weave, dodge and weave.
Duck, dodge, and weave. Hey, we did it out of there.
Yes.
Thought we never would.
All right, so that was the mess hall, and you can
Cool.
you'll actually be able to purchase drinks and food and whatnot. And they'll give you a temporary boost for like 15 minutes.
Very cool.
So, and this is just the I guess the guild hall.
Okay.
You'll be able to join 3 separate guilds because of these.
Okay.
3
I
separate
recognize
flags.
the tables in here. They are the same distributor as the mess hall. but
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
The same manufacturer. You know, budget cuts.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
whatnot.
It's hard in the future / past.
Yeah. So, yeah, you'll be able to like join separate guilds. That guild will have like separate tasks for you to do.
Sweet.
Based on what guild that is.
Okay.
And of course, you can always just leave and join another guild whenever you want. So yeah, that's that building. And this is I guess the weapon shop.
Okay.
As you can see, business is still booming.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of inventory.
Oh yes,
The shelves are stocked.
but definitely.
There's a sword, I think, there. You got one.
Yes. Right. It looks really cool, actually.
Yeah, that's a good-looking sword. Particles, your strength.
Oh yes.
So you built this whole world too, right? This is
Yes.
100% you.
I
It's a lot
built
of-
everything here.
A lot of meticulous building.
Thank you. It was really hard for me to like combine a future and
Right.
a futuristic medieval
Yeah,
concept.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I recently got into an anime that definitely has that kind of style, and I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's go off of that.
They can do it.
Yes.
Drew a lot of inspiration.
If they can do it, I
The
can
rules
do
of
it.
an anime always make sense. So
Yes.
perfect. Cool.
All right.
Austin. Well, I guess maybe time to jump into our next project here as we are getting
All
down to
right.
the final wire here. So now we're looking at, you finally made your first game here is what we're going to look at this next project.
Yeah.
And I think it's a really cool project, you know? I mean, this is actually what you submitted to the program with, and I checked it out and thought it was pretty freaking sweet.
Thanks.
But you did a lot of cool stuff here, made it look awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So this is my first game, Disaster Master.
Okay.
This is actually the first one that actually made a pretty good hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I think I'm at around 850 something thousand plays.
Okay, that's a lot of plays. Yeah, quickly approaching 1 million.
So the concept of the game is that you have one person against everyone,
Okay,
and that one person, they throw disasters at the survivors.
thus the disaster master.
Yeah. So we'll actually spectate here
Nice.
and see a little preview of the action that happens.
And you have like a rough 2D environment. Oh, there goes those guys.
Oh yeah.
But it's there's a little 3D element, right? You can kind of jump towards the background a little bit.
Right. It would be a little bit. I would consider it a little bit unfair.
Okay. It was only 2D, or because
if you're just restricted to 2D,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be able to make like 3D,
right.
and like disasters and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
So I decided, hey, let's go for a 2.5D.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
a little bit of three-dimensional movement, but
Some
still keep it to a very 2D environment.
Uh-huh.
And looks like this person just threw in some fog
Ooh.
to you won't be able to see as far as like a tsunami comes.
So the disaster master has like a different control scheme. He's selecting from like different disasters, or what kind of restricts him from just selecting everything and just being like throw the apocalypse at them?
So you can only trigger one disaster at a time.
Okay.
And each disaster has some energy that it takes away from the disaster master. That energy is usually, and when you start off, you only have 100.
Okay.
And when you reach 0, you lose.
Okay.
But of course, if you, let's say you blocked someone at the last second with your last disaster, you obviously win.
Right.
Even though you're out of energy.
Cool.
And let's see what let's see what else this lobby has.
Sweet.
So these are just some clothing that my friend made.
All right. Very cool.
A bunch of it was from anime.
Mm-hmm.
You can see where he got his inspiration
Yes,
from.
that makes sense. I can kind of see that. Oh yeah, that one's just a scarf.
Yeah. Oh, game's about to start.
Oh, are we in this next game?
Should be, yeah.
Perfect.
Check settings. Yep, I'm playing, so I'll be in
Awesome.
the next game.
Very clear settings.
Oh yes. I wanted to make this UI design a bit easy to work with,
Okay.
and just click, and I'm still playing.
Right.
And you can actually there's a bunch of other stuff that you can
Ah, nice.
look at right
Lifetime
here.
stats.
You got your manage, so you can manage your disaster loadout.
Oh, you can bring different disasters with you, huh?
Yeah. And
So are you limited by a certain number? You seem to have
You-
negative 10 slots left.
yeah. For some reason, the calculation did something really weird.
All right.
So, yeah, when you first start off, you usually get 5 disasters.
Mm-hmm.
And when you can actually purchase a product that gives you 1 extra slot
Okay.
to put in another disaster.
Awesome.
And
I love that intro. That was a great little breaking news one.
breaking news. I wanted to go for like a newscast kind of thing, because it's natural disaster. You gotta have some sort of like some sort of really newsy kind of thing. So I decided, hey, let's make this so that it looks like I have a news show, being like, hey, incoming disasters at this area,
Right.
and whatnot. And so it looks like an electrical storm's coming.
All right. So we get a little warning.
So
So we go into the depths here. Oh my, that's quite the storm.
the electrical storm is actually one of the most powerful.
Risk major. Okay.
The risk is decided by how destroyed the environment is.
Okay.
And oh no, this is probably the worst place for a tsunami.
No.
So let's start
Don't fight on the
climbing.
ladders. Oh, I see the shaking.
Oh boy.
Oh, you can see it
Oh,
coming
boy.
in the background.
Oh,
Wow, that's awesome.
man.
Oh, this world is going down.
And along with me,
You made it. Oh, only a little bit into the ground.
a little bit.
Awesome.
I became the ground.
So we lost another 2 people on that tsunami. Washed
right.
away.
Looks like another tsunami's. Oh, that guy's trapped. Oh no, K-Man.
Oh, K-Man.
No, K-Man.
That song. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Oof. Look at that. So that's doing damage. Is that what I'm seeing? The little numbers flying up from people?
Yeah, the numbers there are basically what the
Okay.
disaster master can see as the damage
Mm-hmm.
that they do to the person. So it's just a little visual effect, being like, hey, I hit this person,
Right.
and whatnot.
Lasers. Lasers aren't too deadly.
It looks like this map's a little too short, though. I just
Here.
noticed.
Oh, yeah?
But
So you did it.
oh, we did it! Yes, the disaster master ran out of energy, so that means all the survivors won.
Ah.
And you get a little bonus too if you were still on the map when you won.
Okay.
But you still win if you were
Even
not.
if you didn't
know.
make it at the end.
Yeah,
Everybody's a winner.
of course.
Except for the master.
All right, so let's see. So there's a lot of stuff you can purchase in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to go to shop, it first displays everything that you can purchase in Robux.
Okay.
And then I can click this button,
Mm-hmm.
and I can actually purchase disasters,
Ah.
and I can purchase stuff for my appearance.
Now, is there an in-game currency? Is that what you're purchasing those with mostly?
Yes.
Okay.
You can purchase it with I guess, dollars. Not real dollars. Oh, it looks like I'm the Disaster Master. This is going to be fun.
Oh, you got it. Now, do you have an increased chance of being the Disaster Master because you created it, or is it just totally random?
It's totally random.
All right, cool.
It's, well, I wouldn't say totally random, but it's based on how many tokens you have. And after each round, you get 5+ tokens.
Okay.
Unless you get the Game Pass, which gives you 10+ tokens. So obviously, those people are more likely to be the Disaster Master, but someone with 5 tokens still has a chance.
Sure.
At being the Disaster Master.
Cool. All right, I'm excited to see this from the other side of the control scheme.
All
So, you want to
right.
close your chat, or is that
It's custom chat, so
nice?
can't
You've
really
got
close
that
it.
forever.
Yeah.
Blocking. How can you design your disasters with so much screen real estate being used up?
You'll see in a sec, actually.
All right.
All right, we're about to start.
I'm ready to see from the master.
Yes. So it's really interesting because
Okay.
I can't turn it off. You have a bunch of disasters down here,
Okay.
and let's just throw a lightning storm at it.
All right.
And you'll see a spinning wheel pop up, and
Okay.
you gotta click down and actually start spinning the wheel,
Oh man.
and that determines how deadly the disaster.
Oh,
can
so that was
be.
like a super deadly disaster
Yes,
because you got almost a full wheel spin.
pretty much.
All
And
right, very cool. And
I-
that's your level 175 energy.
And you'll see that after 3 seconds, it increases.
Ah,
Be-
okay.
Because one of the final perks that you can get for as being the Disaster Master is the recharge ability.
Okay.
So after every 3 seconds,
Perfect
you'll be able to
spin.
recharge. And oh, here we go.
Uh-oh, get out of there, get out of there.
All those people.
Oh, they were not ready. Oh my God, that's like
man.
everyone. They
There's
all
only-
fell into it.
There's only one person left. I'll give him one of the special techniques that I've made.
Oh, passives, huh?
Passives are basically, they obscure their vision.
Darkness.
And yeah.
All right.
So throw a tornado.
I'll just keep them coming here.
Now, each disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
He's getting ready to bail. Do you have a timeout for this one or no?
No, I can play it whenever I want. Oh, got him.
Think you got him? Oh,
Oh, got him.
oh, see ya.
See.
Oh, but he lived.
Oh, did he live? Oh, he lived.
He's alive.
He is alive. All right, we'll finish him off with the lava stream then.
Finish him with the lava stream.
Finish him with the lava
Yeah, after
stream.
you got like 9 people with that one disaster, it's looking a little rough for this one survivor. Oh, goodbye.
He's burning.
Oh, but he's alive.
He's burning though.
Will it actually burn him down? Maybe.
Oh,
Where's the water?
there is no water. Here, I'll finish him off with a black hole. Just
I don't
end,
know, you
end
keep
the
saying it.
misery.
You keep
End the
saying it.
misery.
Black hole.
Oh.
Can he make it? Is there a gravitational pull here?
It's
Oh,
pulling
yes,
him
it
in.
is.
It's pulling him in.
Oh no, the black hole.
Dead.
All right, well, a perfect demonstration of the Disaster Master here.
All right. Yeah, and there's just a lot of stuff that people can do even in the lobby. Like there's even a
Obby for cash.
an obby that you can get.
You get your in-game currency with.
Yes.
Awesome.
You can win 5 times per hour,
Okay.
and
What's the turning blue? Do they disappear?
they just turn blue.
Oh.
So you can actually see what you're stepping on, because as you can probably tell, it's a little difficult with all this lava.
Right.
So yeah, and it's just a little aesthetic that I
Uh-huh.
decided to add.
Absolutely. Very
And,
cool.
Just about to win here. Boop. And
Ta-da.
now I got
Hey.
back up
nice.
to 100,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100,000 there. Wow. You're
All right.
rich.
So, guess we're gonna play this other game.
I think it might be time here. All right. So thanks for everyone for joining us here. I think it might be time to jump out.
All right.
Now, let's talk about our last project here. We're going to show you guys for the day. Now, this is a game that I'm really excited to show you guys at home, and less excited to tell you guys at home that it is unfortunately closed for now, as we are early on in the development here. We've been working
right.
on this game for a little over 3 months now,
Yeah. So,
and let's play it. Let's
All
just
right.
let the game speak. You know?
yeah. So, Cosmos, as you probably can tell from the banner on the Roblox website, is going to be a
Sorry, gave away the secret.
is going to be an adventure, action, battle, space fighting game with, with stuff.
Yes, everything.
So
You can't hear. Oh, you can't hear game noise.
can't
Unfortunately,
hear
you're
game
hearing
noise.
us.
Oh, that's all right.
I don't know if it's turned down.
Did you users at home? Have you not had sound the entire time?
Yeah.
What if we can turn it up on this computer?
Oh,
Roblox
oh yeah,
volume.
here.
Check the Roblox settings.
All right,
Let's examine.
it's on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's as best as we can get here.
All right. So,
That is a bummer.
so I guess we'll start by talking about the menu here.
Sure.
Because I already finished the training module, I have everything unlocked here. But if you were if you were just starting off here, you only have training and settings unlocked.
Okay.
And then let's see, over here you have your friends list. So and it's also listed in order, so everyone who's
Yeah,
playing the
and this
game.
is a really cool thing that you made here. This is super unique. I want to talk a little bit about this because, this is a creator show. We're into the
Right.
engineering behind it. We can play games later. So this is super awesome. So you created a custom friends list that's now sorting your friends based on where they are, and you can actually pull that information. So you know that Lily is browsing the website. Sorry, Lily, we know. It is public domain now. That's super cool. So if they were in the game here, this allows you the option to kind of join your friends quickly too, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. And it looks like, I think I'll be adding something in the future where up at the top you'll be, or above the friends list, you'll be able to like see who you're partied with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I can try to find some way where if you join as a party on the website, it'll
Sure.
put you in a party on the server.
That makes sense. Very cool.
So yeah, so as you can see, there's another tab.
Mhm.
You got your updates tab, and I was
Very
really
useful
active with
updates,
it.
yes.
Yeah, very useful. But yeah, and then
Cool.
it's just ordering based on importance, with the last importance being another game.
Ah, yes. Exactly.
Or,
Or
another
just,
game.
yeah.
Or
Absolutely.
online. It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The most important part is that the players who are in the game is first.
Mhm.
So you can just easily
Perfect.
join them.
You join your
immediately.
friends. Perfect. Cool.
All right. So I think I showed training last time.
Have we run through training?
The last.
Let's run through training one more time.
We'll run through training? All right, sure. So there was actually the recent update today
Mm-hmm.
changed how Neon works with surface GUIs.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure if that was a bug or not, but you know what? We'll see how it works. And I just realized everything is a lot smaller than I made them, but
Yeah, it is a little smaller.
yeah, I'll fix it later. So you get greeted.
Okay.
Welcome to training, pilot, because you're flying a ship. So it's saying that it's gonna prep you for fighting enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And first thing it tells you to do is to rotate in 3 directions.
All right.
So it's gonna say, all right, try pointing in the direction of the target. And as you can see, there's a little arrow down at the bottom right.
Okay.
So if I were to rotate, it would form. It would just
Kind of follow you around here.
Follow around.
Yeah.
And so then you actually look at the target.
Target.
And so now it's going to say, hey, throttle control.
Mhm.
You press LB and RB for that.
Cool.
So now we can throttle up, and we can throttle down, and we can actually throttle backwards.
In reverse.
In reverse.
That's advanced technology in space.
Oh yes. And when we get close to it, it's going to prompt up another window saying pressing X will allow you to target an enemy. And so, yeah, there's an enemy nearby. Look at it and lock on. And let's see, it's not that triangle, by the way.
Oh, no.
Still not that triangle.
All right.
For
triangles?
some reason. There he is.
Hey, an enemy.
Oh, he's going to ram right into me.
There he is, coming right by.
All right. Well, I better target on him, so I'm going to press X.
And you're going to see the targeting reticle switch to him.
Yep, and holding down RT will fire your weapons. And, well, yeah, I guess we'll just start firing at him.
Yeah. So, all right, we got 2 lasers here.
And it looks like
That was
he's smoking, and it looks like my guns are not targeting him anymore. So
Okay.
Oh,
Boom.
he just
There he goes. Welcome to the
exploded.
tutorial where enemies are easy to destroy.
Yes. So, yeah, that's just
Alright.
shooting an enemy down.
Congrats.
You have defeated your first ship, and then the next ship will be able to fight back.
All right.
So shoot down the enemy, same instructions as before, but this time this enemy is going to start shooting back. So I'm going to shoot at him once and see if he tries to shoot back. Oh, and he just died in one hit, it looks like. But you did see that. He did shoot.
Critical. He did fire some lasers. I saw it. I believe it.
He did shoot back.
Yeah.
So, oh, there he is.
Maybe
He's just drifting off into space.
drifting away. It is sad, to be crippled in space and just drifting infinitely in the direction you're moving with nothing to stop you.
Exactly. And then,
And you did it.
yeah, I did it, yeah. And then this is the end of the tutorial for now.
Perfect.
And it's going to take you back to the main menu.
Cool. So already, man, I think the tutorial is so cool. I want to mention a couple of things out there to the users. You notice we're playing on a controller. This game was actually one of the first games, for a lot of folks, it's difficult to do this, designed not for PC. This was actually initially designed for virtual reality. So this is a VR game that's going to be supported there, but it also works great on console, and particularly Xbox, because that kind of goes hand in hand with the VR scene. So this game is 100% based on controller, not even useful with keyboard and mouse yet. I think you're going to have to add those controls later, probably, because folks will, of course, want to play. But I want to go over that so that we can kind of look into more of the game here. I know there's so much to see here, so many little things that people don't even realize they just saw in that tutorial. Especially when we worked a lot on the systems of the targeting and the AI and the fade in and just like how to even design for a game like that.
Right.
It's not trivial, and I even challenge folks at home. When you design a 3D Space Explorer game, and then map out the controls on a controller, what the heck do you want all the buttons to do? It's actually a really more difficult challenge than we thought. Even just like how to target things, how to maneuver, how to, even have the radar, the blue circle we went with. You'll notice
Right.
actually we jump in here, there's like a targeting map. There's just so many cool elements to talk about.
Yeah, and I also want to point out that if you look at my friends list, there's 2 people in-game right now. So, yeah, and so based on controls, what I had planned initially was something that was a little bit complex.
Okay.
And my eyes were open to suggestions.
Yes.
And I ended up adding 2 things. One was the throttle control. So when you start turning, after a few seconds, your throttle will start going down on its own.
Okay.
And because of that, when you throttle down, your ship will actually start turning faster.
Okay.
And I think that'll be very helpful for those who just want to start going at full speed.
Right, because we noticed in some
fighting.
initial testing with the game. Actually, we can probably just jump in and start playing a little bit.
All right, of course.
We noticed in initial testing that folks would just go to full throttle, never release, try to maneuver, and they're doing like wide arcs. And so now it actually allows you to kind of increase your turning radius by de-throttling, throttling down, and allows you to kind of maneuver and actually make some of these things that you will be required to do, because now we are showing them what is the mode we're looking at right now.
All right, so the mode we're looking at is Survival, which is a round-based enemy fighting, I guess, simulator. I'll just throw in that word because, it's kind of like a simulator.
Yeah.
So the ship that we're flying right now is called the Snake.
Okay.
It is the most agile of all the ships. And I guess we'll start just fighting for now.
We can. We can demonstrate some of the stuff a little later here as well. I know each one of these asteroids it's not just a background object. These are real physically, and these are randomly generated objects.
These are actually procedurally generated.
Procedurally generated.
So, and you actually can fly through them.
Nice.
Which is what I think is really, really interesting.
And they are solid.
They are solid.
And if you crash into one of those little meteors, it will bounce around and kind of just fly through the world, correct?
It should.
It should. Or it will crash the whole universe. All right, yeah, there we go. We kind of bounced off here.
Kind of bounced off, yeah. And so I guess we'll start fighting this enemy. So
they're already firing back.
Yep. So I better shoot this guy down first, and then start turning around.
Uh-oh. Working maneuver. Look, there's that targeting reticle. Very cool.
Yeah. So you can easily keep track of your enemy.
Yeah, we mentioned a little earlier, what we're seeing in the middle there is kind of this 3D map of space. You see the reds fading in and out.
Yeah.
Very much your kind of radar system here. And even that was hard to design, try to take a 3D space and flatten it into a 2D plane and now convey where everything is in that space, right? That's a very difficult problem. So I noticed you have a lot of like the fading, and I believe initially we had like an arrow design to kind of delimitate whether it was above or below you in such a way.
Yeah, see if I were to, if you see an arrow pointing up, that'll be your, they'll be above you. If you see an arrow pointing down, they'll be below you. And if you see like a hexagon shape, then they're relative in your view. So so we just shot down our first enemy, and I don't know if you noticed, but my throttle has been going down on its own.
Okay.
So it's going to give you really precise turning, and then once you stop turning, you're gonna. And I guess we just passed that round.
So that was all the levels.
So you'll be able to go into the upgrade menu, which is what you'll be able to do per intermission, and you do that by pressing the select button.
Oh,
and
tiny.
of course, everything is tiny right now.
Everything is very tiny.
So upgrade is unlocked. I'll be able to click it, and of course nothing happens because, nothing happens.
Right.
But like later on, you'll be able to see that it gets locked after this intermission.
Okay.
So yeah, and I also want to point out another thing. There's another, I guess, onboarding technique that I did with this. Is that your ship will try to turn towards wherever you're looking at, if it's like close. So if I were to like look at a target, let's see if I can find one. See, that's one of the things that I'm. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh wow, they're already on my tail. Let's see if I were to try to like look away.
Okay.
It'll try to I think
It'll nudge you in the direction.
Yeah. So if I were to like see how.
Yes, I see that kind of a drift.
Exactly.
So it's going to naturally kind of pull you in there. Interesting.
See?
Yeah, very cool.
It's a little weak right now. I'm still trying to mess around
balance with
it.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'll definitely help players out when they're trying to fight enemies and whatnot.
Right.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but if you look too far out, your reticle will not appear on the enemy.
Okay.
And it looks like they're about to shoot me down based on my health.
Yeah, you don't have much left here. This is the weaker ship, correct? The agile ship.
It's very weak.
And eventually you'll be able to equip 3 weapons to this. This is kind of a test case here with only 2 weapons equipped.
Exactly. And you can actually equip 3 weapons. But for like you'll be able to start off with. Oh, I am very close to dying.
Yeah, I don't know if you got this one.
I think there's another enemy as well.
Okay, we got one. Oh no, he's still alive.
Oh, there's.
Uh-oh. He's coming around for another pass.
Oh boy. Oh, you. Oh.
And we go down.
All right. So, and then you get a very cinematic explosion.
Very cool.
And you're now I'm the one drifting off.
Yes.
Alone in space.
Infinitely.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit more about some of the next concepts here. So we're talking about the survival mode here. Now between rounds, your goal is to kind of have equipment. So that's what we're talking about. Some of these guns here. Right now we have a very basic 2-weapon ship here. And we have respawned inside of ourselves twice.
I think someone actually joined.
Oh, someone actually joined into our game. Probably Inception time or something.
I don't know how to see the player list with this menu. Is it in settings?
Yes.
Oh, it's my friend iManny's.
Ah, yes. Well, we seem to have spawned directly inside of each other.
I'm not sure how that happened, but I guess I'll fix that later.
Yes, we have to watch that.
I'll just self-destruct.
For now. Hopefully he'll move a little bit.
Yeah.
So the goal here, lots of weapon types, lots of customization, right? So the thing is, all these ships are very modular. They have different weapons, stats, speeds.
Right.
Which you've seen some of your previous work. That's kind of important here. We might have to restart this whole round.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so what are some of these things? What are kind of your hopes, kind of your plans?
My plans for this game is for it to actually not just be a game, but a title.
Okay.
I want this title to encompass the full envision of what you would see in a space adventure game. So you're going to have things like this, where you have survival, where you fight waves of enemies, and then in something else, you'll be able to explore the vast universe.
Okay.
And then like other game modes, you'll be pitted against your friends in a death match.
Okay.
And it's just, and then what I do plan on, which I think is going to be really cool, is the fleet battle.
Okay.
Which is going to be 2 capital ships fighting against each other in a Star Wars Battlefront 2 style.
Okay. Yes.
So,
we want some big ships, big epic space wars. All right, so it looks like we have to restart this whole round here to get back out of this.
Yeah.
As we are locked in a heated ship-within-ship combat here.
Pretty much.
And not ideal here. Yeah, so let's jump out one more time, maybe play another couple rounds here.
Of course.
Yeah, and then folks, I don't know if you have any questions for Austin, for Locard, myself, or anything. Go ahead and ask those in Twitch chat. Our lovely producer on the side, Rex, here, will be monitoring questions. And let us know if you have any. Once again, sorry about the sound if you never got that. It's really awesome. So, there's a lot more mystery to this game.
Of course. All right, so let's see if it'll take me back to that server where...
Server 1. We didn't expect all of your friends to log on and also pile into the same lobby.
Yeah, and oh boy.
Oh, and we are locked on top of each other.
We could always do training mode again.
Sure.
Just to,
explore a little bit.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see some of the universe and talk about some of this design here. I'm in. So one of the big parts of this, we were talking about the procedural generation, and exploring in a 3D space is not easy in Roblox, and how to design that in such a way that's interesting,
Of course.
is cool. So one of the first things I know you worked on was the generation of these worlds,
Right.
and all of the things in it. So let's jump into training and kind of check it out so we can see the things around us.
So I want to actually talk about that while it's loading.
Mhm.
So when everything is procedurally generated, it means that if you go inside of an area, you'll be able to, like, it'll load everything exactly as it was,
Okay.
as it did like last time.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's not random.
Okay.
You can't just go into an area, go out, and then go back in. It'll be something else.
Right.
It just doesn't,
Right.
it doesn't work like that. So let me get to the point where you actually start, you can fly around and whatnot.
Sure.
So here we go.
Perfect. Cool.
So all these asteroids are procedurally generated.
Uh-huh.
So they'll be in the exact same position as it was when you left it.
Very cool.
And one thing that I did experience though is that when you collide with them,
Uh-huh.
they're like they don't move now for
Oh,
some reason.
interesting.
So like boom. Oh,
Oh, no, there he is.
All right,
Drifting.
there
Look at there he goes.
I proved
Sent
myself
towards the
wrong.
sun. All right.
I proved myself wrong.
The system works after all.
Yes.
Now
So
we
we
can play space soccer,
boom,
an alternate mode in this game.
call it Space League.
That's right. Yeah, the rocket is less exciting when you're already in a spaceship.
Exactly.
Oh, very cool. No, they're just still flying apart there.
You're asking Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars or Star Trek?
That's a
Star
good
Wars.
question. Yeah, Star Wars. Absolutely.
Star Wars.
It's hard to go the other way.
Exactly. Although I do like both.
You know, Star Trek has its merits, but the capital ship battles of Star Wars are unquestionably cool and something that would be awesome to see in Roblox.
Of course.
And I know we've seen that. Unfortunately, folks at home, you haven't seen the sneak preview of some of the big ships and what it looks like, and it is pretty freaking sweet to see all the lasers and things flying in space and fighting each other.
Of course.
And it's not something we've really seen on Roblox, actually, really, to that level, which is awesome. Cool. So what other things can we talk about here that are kind of interesting about this whole concept in the space stuff?
You can look around in the cockpit and
You won't be able to. You can't look around in the cockpit right now, but in the future, I will make it so that if you press a button on the
Mhm.
gamepad, you'll be able to unlock your camera, and you'll be able
Right.
to use the right stick to look around. And whatnot.
Because this is a fully, to realize this is not a HUD, this is a fully realized ship in every way. This entire interior of the cockpit, these are all designed, you'll notice the controls are, the hands move with everything as you move. These are
Exactly.
fully realized in full detail, so that is something. Another thing we talked about, which is interesting, and I know folks at home there, when they finally get the ability to jump in, will say, we talked a lot about third person versus first person, and actually restricting it to a first person, which is a big decision
Of
for a
course.
spaceship game. People kind of like that view, but this is a big change here. And do you have some narrative kind of why you think that was in the end? Or?
I think that people will benefit more
Mhm.
if they were in first person, because you'll get that better immersive experience.
Okay, and that's, again, this is a VR designed experience as well.
Of course. It's like asking if Phantom Forces could be in third
Right,
person.
right.
It's just, it can happen, but it's just not going to happen.
Sure, it takes a lot, it detracts it, and it's
Yeah.
going to remove you from that.
There's also a lot of benefits for going into third person from
Mhm.
first person. Like you can peek around corners when you're not supposed to, and
Right, exactly.
yeah. So there's just a lot of stuff that I didn't want. There's a lot of reasons why I didn't
Mhm.
want to go
Absolutely.
into third person.
Inception Time asks if you'll be able to eventually explore planets.
Inception Time has a question for the folks at home. Will we be able to explore planets?
Yeah.
Travel on land on.
Travel on land. He wants
Travel
with the
on
land.
land.
He wants the space and land. You know, that's interesting. As the
So,
developer, you know, that's definitely a broad scope now. You're trying to create one heck of a game. You know, I will throw out, you know, this has been one heck of a project working with you on this. And in a way, you've already kind of set up the framework for creating No Man's Sky in a way on your own.
Of course.
And Inception Time really wants to go to that limit where, he, you know, an indie project that a team spent years and years on is cool, but it's hard for one person in a couple months to design that at that
Of course.
level. Already what you've done here is pretty astonishing. I mean, this entire exploration mode is pretty crazy, and just the universe generations are pretty awesome.
Next question. How long did it take for this game to be created?
Next question, how long did it take for this game to be created?
All right. So I actually started making the ship and the ship designs in January, and then I stopped right before I became an accelerator
Okay.
program member, and then I realized, after talking with some of the people on the physics team, I had to rewrite the entire thing.
Okay.
So
So you
yeah,
had to work backwards first after,
had
in your 3 months
pretty
here.
much.
Okay.
So yeah, 3 months to get this far.
And this is what we've done in 3 months. Yeah, which is pretty impressive here. Already with some modes developing, and we have a little bit of an explorer mode, but not enough fleshed out to kind of show here a little bit.
Of course.
And you're working on some of the advanced ships here. Oh, we talked about some of the ships, which is another element of this, is of course the customization.
Right.
We've kind of played with that tool. Right now we have this basic ship. There's some variants I believe you can switch to. Are not unlocked yet for kind of your core sets.
You'll be able to unlock what's called the Scavenger, which is going to be a beefier looking ship, and it's kind of like I think it's one of the coolest ships because you have the cockpit all the way in the back, and you can just gaze upon the top of your ship.
Right.
And it's like being in that control center on a Star Destroyer.
Okay,
you can just
yeah,
look
see
down
the
on your
ship.
ship.
Also, the Batmobile, you see the cool front of the whole thing as you're cruising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool ship.
I like this one. I like the look of this one too, with the 3-prong kind of the triple weapons system.
Yeah. So I don't think I can self-destruct here. Yeah, I
It
can.
won't let you fire. Oh, you got a smart
But,
tutorial. It restricts controls. I like that.
Of course.
Very good.
I don't want people to like get ahead of themselves and be
Yes,
like, oh,
exactly.
okay, so controls. And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, now how do I move again?
All right. What was the thing you told me to do?
So I guess we'll get to the point where you can start shooting. So I guess I targeted that guy. All right. And so yeah, you can. There's 2 modes for the gun. One is fixed with a little bit of gimbal that you can see.
Right. Yeah.
And you can basically just shoot straight on.
Okay.
And then there's gimbal lock, which is basically what it's doing right now. It'll start locking on to the
This is
ship.
a whole system you've done with predictive positioning and everything that allows it to kind of guess where the enemy's going to be.
Yes. So if they were flying like at full speed, you'll see that it's going to predict in front of the person. So as you can see, it's
Yes.
and it's also doing a figure 8 around it, and that figure 8 gets bigger and bigger as they get further away. So and it's also gauged on how accurate your weapon is.
Okay.
So yeah, and I guess we'll just shoot him down.
I guess, yeah. We might as well finish the tutorial and have a congratulatory message.
Of course.
Cool. All right. Well, once again, guys, I want to mention this game is called Cosmos. Look for updates if you want to follow Austin. Where can they follow you to get updates on this game and everything else?
They could follow me at Locard RBX.
Okay.
And I actually made another Twitter for my group, Stimulant.
Okay.
Which is going to be the true creator of the game.
Okay.
You can follow it, Stimulant at Stimulant Games on Twitter. And I guess that's it.
Sweet.
For contacting me.
Cool, absolutely. Locard, do you have any other last thoughts? Any questions out there? Any words of advice to the community out there? Young developers in the process, skilled developers, and just generally good folks out there?
So one thing that I can say about developing this game is that you got to have a plan beforehand. You definitely got to have a plan beforehand, because I went into this game with absolutely nothing, and then I wrote a plan. And then I talked to the guys here, and then I rewrote the plan, and then I talked to the guys here again, and I rewrote the plan.
Right.
And eventually it came to be a title more than what it originally was going to be, which was a team deathmatch.
Right.
Kind of
just
game
like
mode.
arena shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, when just generally create a plan and make sure you revise it with your friends, and yeah, and then I guess. Some other thing.
Oh yeah, no, you go.
Yeah. So some other things that I want to say is shout out to my friend Master of the Elements for definitely supporting me throughout this game. He's definitely a great tester and a great guinea pig at the same time.
You're gonna need those.
Yeah. So and then shout out to, of course, my friend Brad again for giving me a bunch of support for this game as well, and as well as Syndicor.
Cool.
So yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah! Shout out to my mom for letting me be here,
Mrs.
and thanks for
Greco.
watching.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for being on the show again. I want to remind everyone out there, if you're new working on development, don't forget about all the resources Roblox offers. Check out the wiki, check out the developer forum, apply if you're not a member. As always, if you think you got what it takes, sign up for the Accelerator program. There'll be another round of sign-ups soon, as the summer group is already arriving, and then we're going to be already into fall. So let me know if you got something cool to check out. Look for this game on VR in the coming months and Xbox. Tune in tomorrow for the next level, and we'll be back in 2 weeks with more Creator Show. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Jay Party, and we're out.